Welcome back to the right place. This is a follow-up video on our first video where we are trying to help NPOs, public benefit organizations, and charities who attend networking events. We thought we'd break it down in even more detail about what you should do when you attend a networking event. So here we go. If you know the networking event is at a certain date, make sure you know where the venue is. Triple check the details, the address, the actual venue within the address. Do you need an access code? Double check as well what time you will be presenting on the agenda. Get in contact with the MC or the organizer to make sure that you know when your slot is. And then get there early. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to get there early. If you're going to be presenting slides on the night, get there early. Double check that your slides are working or bring your memory stick with the slides. Make sure you're comfortable with the microphone. Some microphones might be handheld, some might be a little antenna that you wear. Make sure that you'll be comfortable with the microphone. And then feel the energy of the room. Walk around a bit, see where you're going to sit, see where you're going to be presenting from. Make sure you understand how the clicker works, just to get extra comfortable with the venue. And then start networking. I can't emphasize this enough. Start talking to people. You're there to network. It might be uncomfortable, but start talking to other people. Talk to the organizer. Find out about the event. Find out about the venue. Talk to the sponsor. Maybe they've got extra CSI money this year that could come your way. Talk to the liquor partner if there is one. Talk to the organizing team. Talk to the restaurant owner. Make sure you connect with these people. You never know where those conversations could go. Another good tip is to bring business cards and flyers that people have something to take away and share with other people about your charity. Just a simple A5 flyer with clear contact details, social media channels, and even your QR code and banking details is very important. These you can print almost anywhere, get it done, print a ton of them, and always have them available. Now, when it comes to your presentation, you cannot give a 5-minute talk just on the background of the organization. You've probably only got 5 minutes to talk. So that means when it comes to your presentation, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 slides maximum should be there. Like I said earlier, and in the first video, you don't have 5 minutes to talk about the history. Get to the point as soon as possible. Get to the GPS. So slide 1 might be your logo and your name. Slide 2 might be a photo of your organization, your building, or the people involved with that. Slide 3 might be your biggest challenges currently. Slide 4 might be the problem that you are addressing. And slide 5 might be, again, your contact details, your QR code, and your bank details. That is more than enough information for the audience to get a hold of. Remember, they can always go to your website again and get more information. They can always talk to you afterwards and get more information. They can always schedule coffee catch-up, a lunch meeting with you to get more information. You want to trigger those second conversations. That is where the deeper relationships are born. No one is going to donate right off the back, right off a simple 5-minute presentation. But if you tug at their heartstrings in the right way and use the right words and don't bore everybody to death, which does happen, people will donate, people will feel responsibility to contribute and to help you out. So it's important to structure your speech there very, very well. It's also important to practice. If you are a nervous talker and you don't do it too regularly, practice. Practice by yourself on the day. Practice in front of the mirror. Practice on the drive there. Remember, less is more. You don't have to tell the entire history of your organization in graphic detail. Instead, give them what they need to know to make a decision to donate to you. It's very, very important that we all understand this. As an organizer of networking events, I want to help you have the best shot at this. But remember, I just provide the platform. Rudolph just provides the platform. It's up to you to maximize the opportunity. Give people a reason to care, to talk to you afterwards, and they will want to help. People inherently want to help, but you have to empower them enough to do so. So at the end of your presentation, there should be a call to action. This is where you ask for specific things, not just for cash donations. Remember, like we said in the first video, you want to give them a specific thing to do for you. Cash to buy this, to fix this, to do that. Or grocery donations, or we need a new website, or something like that. It's important to have a very clear call to action to help people to help you. Then it's also important to tell them at the end of the evening, I'll be available to talk to you more. Please come and talk to me. I'd love to hear who you are and how we can potentially work together. You want to make it easy for people to approach you. If you have had a sobbing fit and a bit of a mini meltdown up front there, people are uncomfortable. Only you know the amazing work that your organization does. And yes, it might be incredibly difficult work in a community with vulnerable children or vulnerable people. Unfortunately, the audience can easily be put off. You need to connect to them and see past the emotional side to connect with them on a level where they want to care for you, they want to help you. And this is where those second conversations will happen. I also want to encourage you to stay until the end of the networking event. So like I said earlier, we're going to get there earlier than the starting time to make sure everything is fine. We're going to do the networking event, but then also we're going to stay afterwards. So we're not just going to duck and dive, because afterwards people are relaxed. They've gone to the event, they've heard what the guest speaker has to say, they've heard what you have to say, and now they are relaxed. The official proceedings are over. And this is one of your best opportunities to connect with people, especially if you spoke to someone before the time, before the official proceedings got underway. You can go right up to them again and say, hey, how did I do in my presentation? What did you think? Ask them that. Ask them for that feedback and advice. And if they say, oh, you're a little bit long, but I enjoyed it, or I really enjoyed it, I loved the part when you said this, then you've got them on your side. If you're going to disappear into the black of the night, you're going to miss these opportunities to talk to these people again. So follow up with them, work the room, and then, especially important, thank the organizers. Go up to the organizer. It might be myself, it might be Rudolph, it might be someone else in the team. Thank them. Thank you for the opportunity. I'd love to attend again. What we do at the Clara Business Network sometimes is the charity might present once a year, but they might attend 3 or 4 of the events. That's 100% fine with us. We live with our hands open and we want people to connect. So ask when the next event is. Ask, can I attend the next event? I was so excited. I'm so grateful. That just reinforces the relationship. And then again, keep handing out your business cards, your flyers, follow up with people. But I must warn you, don't get stuck with just one person. People can easily railroad you and want to tell you their entire whole life story that's related to the work that your charity does. That's all well and good, but that should rather be saved for a coffee conversation or a long lunch. Maximize the opportunity on the night to connect with as many people as you can. If someone is getting long with a story, tell them, let's rather meet for lunch and continue this conversation. I'd love to hear more. But for now, I need to connect with some more people. So I think it's important to understand that you are there to maximize. You're there to work the room, to maximize the opportunity. And I want to encourage you to do this. And it might take a couple of times for you to get comfortable in doing this, but I guarantee you, you're going to see the results that you need to see. The other thing I want to encourage you about is consistency. Consistency in showing up. If you only show up every now and then, once a year, it's going to be difficult for people to build a relationship with you. But if people see you quite regularly, almost every month or every second month at the event, that will trigger them to connect with you on a deeper level. And that is where the magic happens as well. You can't put all your eggs in one basket that one networking event is going to change everything for you. It might, but showing up consistently, putting yourself forward, that will really, really help you stand out from the crowd. And then finally, look for collaboration partners. Charities are under pressure. Donor funding is drying up. Donors have fatigue from all the requests that they keep getting. So find other charities in your sphere and in your realm where you do your work and see how you can collaborate. Sometimes 2 is better than 1. Sometimes having a joint fundraising event can attract more people than having once-off single charity events. Yes, everyone wants their own money, their own funding, but sometimes working together is a faster way to achieve a lot more. And then again, you have access to each other's networks. So I want to encourage you to take this advice to heart. Again, feel free to reach out to myself or Rudolph. Consider the resources that we talked about in video number 1. And feel free to contact us on LinkedIn, email, WhatsApp. And even if you are attending an event and want to practice, you're allowed to practice with me. We can get on a Teams call and you can practice your whole speech in front of me and I'll help you out with pleasure. Thanks for listening and all the best. We'll see you next time at the right place.